Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Debalina's Diaries. Today I'm going to break a very common myth. Keeping your space clean and organized takes a lot of effort, and it's only for people who have a lot of time. But trust me, it's not really like that. I used to think the same. When I used to live with my parents, I only took care of my own room, my own study table, my own space, and I felt like this too. Honestly, even if I didn't, my mom would eventually do it. So I never realized the actual importance of maintaining a clean and organized space. But everything changed when I got married and I moved into my own space with my husband. Suddenly, I had to manage everything: my workspace, my kitchen, my bedroom, and that's when I realized this isn't easy. At first, I didn't have any system in place. And you know what happened? Every corner of my house would slowly become messy. There would be clothes lying around, dishes piled up, and random things scattered here and there. I would think, okay, I'll clean it later. But when I finally decided to clean the mess, it would be so overwhelming that I couldn't even think where to start from. For example, I would walk into my kitchen and I would see a huge mess, and my mind would be like, oh my god, where do I even begin? And this fear of having such a huge task on my head would make postpone it even more. So that's how I realized that there needs to be something that I need to do. So that's like a whole vicious cycle. I would tell myself, fine, the kitchen is already messy, and what difference will it make if I just leave this one piece of plate here and there? And that's exactly how the clutter kept growing. But here's the thing, mess attracts more mess. If you live in a cluttered space, your mind automatically stops caring. One more socks on the couch, big deal. But if you are in a clean space, your mind automatically resists making a mess. This is a psychological cycle, and the only way you can break it is by building simple systems that make organization effortless. Today, I'm going to share those exact systems with you. A dedicated space for everything. The first and the most important habit is giving every single thing its own dedicated space. Even the tiniest of things like a socks or a hairband or a key, however small it is, it should have its own place in the house. How many times have you been late for something just because you couldn't find your socks or your phone charger? I have been there too. These small things take so much unnecessary mental space when they are not in the right place. So the easiest way to stop losing things is to assign a fixed spot for everything you own. Your socks should always go in the same drawer, your hairbands in a specific box, your keys in a designated holder. When you do this, you never have to waste time searching for them again and again. Always put things back immediately. Now this one is life-changing. Put things back in their place the moment you are done using it. It sounds simple, but this is where most people struggle. Let's say you come home from a long day at work. What do? Drop your handbag on the couch, leave your shoes on the door, and you tell yourself, I'll put it back later. But here's what happens. Later never comes. You get tired, you fall asleep, and the next morning your space looks messy and uninviting. And when you see a messy space, you feel less motivated to clean up. It's a cycle. So instead, build this habit. When you walk into the room, put your shoes directly in the shoe rack. Place your handbag where it belongs and put your things back immediately. It takes only a few seconds but saves you from a huge mess later. This is one of the smallest but most powerful habits that you can build. The moment I get out of bed every morning, I make my bed immediately. Why? Because when I come back to my room later, I don't have to see messy bed that drains my energy. Instead, I walk into a clean, peaceful space, which instantly lifts my mood. Also, making your bed first thing in the morning gives you a small win. It sets your productive tone for the rest of the day. You have already accomplished something within the first few minutes of waking up. So if you don't already do this, start today. It's a tiny habit that makes a huge difference. Another misconception people have is that you have to clean every single day to maintain neat space. But that's not true. Just like you have a routine for showering or brushing your teeth, you can set a cleaning routine that works for you. Here's what I do. Small habits like putting things back in place, making the bed, and quickly wiping down the surface. These are some things I have incorporated in my day-to-day activity. I dedicate one day in a week for dusting, like my TV cabinet and a few shelves, which over the period of time, like in 5-6 days, accumulate some dust. I instantly wipe it off. By following this, I never feel overwhelmed and my space stays clean without me even thinking about it the rest of the week. Declutter regularly. This is a habit that has saved me from dealing with mess in the first place. If you don't need something, don't keep it. A lot of times clutter builds up because we hold on to things that we no longer use. Clothes that doesn't fit you, old papers, random household items that serves no purpose. And the more things you have, the harder it becomes to keep your space organized. So I do regular decluttering sessions. Every month I go through my stuff and ask myself, do I really use this? Does this add any value to my life anymore? If I didn't have this, would I miss it? If the answer is no, I either donate it or throw it away. Less clutter equals less mess to clean up. Okay, so this is my personal favorite, and I'm sure if you take this tip, it's gonna save up a lot of time and hassle. So what I do, I use small baskets and bins to keep my things in order. In our apartment, my husband and I have 2 separate laundry bags. I have one in my bedroom and he has one in his room. This way, we do not mix our clothes in the living room. For small items like pens, diaries, books, etc., I keep them in covered baskets. I also use this jute bags, they're really cute, or this plastic containers with the lid on it. And what you can do is you can keep your small stuff like a nail cutter or like small dusting brush or any small things basically. You can keep them in these boxes, and what you can do is if you see there is small like particle of dust on the lid, you can just wipe off the lid. You don't need to keep each and every item clean individually. This hack has really helped me. So why exactly I do this is because everything has its own home in my house. Dust does not fall on my things because the lid covers them, and I can quickly wipe off the lid only to remove the dust. My room looks tidy quickly when all small items are in this bin. Also, most of my cupboards are covered with opaque covers, not transparent, so it's not necessary for me to keep things very aesthetic inside the cupboard all the time. You close it and all we see is a piece of furniture that goes with the interior. Say guests are coming over for whatever reason, your room is not looking very tidy, it is a little messy. So what you can do is you can just throw these small things in these baskets and put the lid on, and suddenly everything looks so put together. And some of these baskets even double up as home decor pieces. What can be better, right? So when my home was messy, I felt scared to start cleaning. I would see the big mess and think, where do I even begin? This made me delay cleaning and the mess grew more. Now my home is neat, I feel happy and my mind is clear. I do not feel tired or sad because I see a clean space every day. Remember, you cannot bloom in a messy space. A clean home, a clean workspace helps you grow, feel safe and feel more positive. I hope you liked my simple cleaning tips. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe to Debalina's Diaries. Tell me in the comments which tip do you like the most. Do you have any ideas to keep your room clean? I would love to hear it from you and incorporate them in my own life. Thank you for watching. Cleanliness is truly next to godliness. Bye-bye.